what it is. Today I'm coming to you to talk about the video from last week, Sad Summer of Ice, and what inspired the lyrics and what they're about. Well, let's just sort of take it apart. First of all, the songs are about smoke and fire. You know, this climate change, human-made climate change is driving these forest fires, and it's burning all across the globe, and smoke from fires in Canada are now reaching Europe and England. So, you know, let's be honest about that. The second line is about floodwaters and floodwaters rising. That's because the ground is so hard and so dry that when it rains in these big rainstorms in Texas, the water has no place to go. And people have died in those floods. And everybody points the finger and holds back money and FEMA and all that kind of stuff. Wow, just crazy stuff. And yet people are suffering. Texans are suffering. And then finally the song really falls into this next verse where I'm talking about how people, you know, constantly say, or politicians or whoever are public figures are saying thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. But really they don't care. So I'm sort of speaking from their point of view. Thoughts and prayers, but I really don't care. And then the final verse we have is about this idea, well, you know, don't worry, this'll pass. You know, it never lasts. What's the cost for that? And then finally we start talking about, you know, hey, it ain't so bad. It ain't so bad in these concentration camps that people who are, you know, being racially profiled, just citizens or people who are trying to get their citizenships or maybe trying to work, make money, support their families, doing nothing illegal. They're being painted as criminals, but they're doing nothing illegal. In fact, they support the economy, they pay into taxes, and they pay into the social safety net, and yet not get rewards. Well, those people are being vilified. Now they're being put into these detention camps like Alligator Alcatraz. We sort of put that in the song. The Nazi playbook all over again. It's them. They're taking your jobs. They're wrecking the economy. They're only 1%. They're only 1%. You know, and they have probably a lot less money than just one billionaire like Bezos or Elon Musk. It's just point the finger at somebody else. And if you're buying into this, you're being grifted. So wake up. Yeah, maybe there's other things, conspiracies, things happening behind the curtain that you can't see. Now we just have to work on compassion and humanity and stop all the game playing. So right now I think we need to step back and have some objectivity about this. And that's why in the song I put in Kristallnacht. The word Kristallnacht, it directly refers to Kristallnacht in Germany prior to the Second World War, where the synagogues were burned and Jewish shops were smashed in and the Jewish people of Germany were beaten up. And it led to these horrific crimes, the Holocaust. Really, do we want that again? So I will say to you, ask yourself these. Stay strong and stay tuned.